panties, Daddy. Huh? Why is that problem happening? We got Shinsuke Nakamura bleeding on SmackDown because Braun Strowman can't cradle the head the right way. Goldberg spearing the Fiend. And all these stupid moron idiots out there. I mean, really stupid stuff. Really stupid stuff. If you're just coming in, I mean, get ready. If you're brand new to the channel, you better subscribe down below, or something terrible is going to happen to a dog you used to love. That's all I got to say. But on top of that, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a whatever the hell. This is the Joe Cronin Show, February 22nd, 2020. If anybody got a shot of the clock at 2:22 at 2:22, 2:22:20, would have been pretty fucking awesome. Actually, we're gonna have an amazing year in the year 2222. You know what I mean? On February 22nd, 2222 at 2:22 p.m. Whoa, that's gonna be a crazy time. It's the Joe Cronin Show. We're just letting the live alert go out to everybody now before we get into all the stuff I want to get into and have some fun. Stick around. If you're watching this on replay and it's not live, feel free to fast forward a couple minutes. But just getting the intro going, getting the live alert out to everybody. We're going to talk about this now after this.
This is the most mature audiences only shit you've ever heard. Period. From Boston. Broadcasting all over the world. Send the soy boys home. 'Cause we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Drop down, I'm giving it to you.
This is the Joe Cronin Show. Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
Put your hand down your girlfriend's pants and find out what it smells like. February 22nd, 2020. I've got an army of cock ready for you. Good old Goldberg spearing the Fiend the other day. We also got Shinsuke Nakamura getting his head busted open. I mean, he absolutely waffled his goddamn head off that piano. He had to refresh the stream. Alrighty. Going live on the Purple Place, too. Yeah. What's up, chat? Yes, the Wheel of Fun will return tomorrow night. We will be back to the Wheel of Fun tomorrow night. So, yes, enjoy that. We'll be bringing back the Wheel of Fun tomorrow night. And then after the Wheel of Fun, we'll do the gaming. We'll do the gaming stream. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as last week. I mean, last week was nuts. Like, we had an insane... I mean, I thought maybe that game would last about an hour, and then we'd go into the gaming stream. But instead, you guys were donating like crazy and putting each other over, and people were voting for everybody, and it was a lot of fun, and it was just crazy. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen this week. I think that I can't believe people will be that crazy again this week, but maybe you will be. Maybe you guys will be that crazy. Taking a look back at it, it was pretty crazy. It was what was it? Wheel of something? Sunday Night Gaming? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it went way longer than I expected. But let's talk about this WrestleMania card, man. This is just ridiculous. I mean, this is just downright stupid that people like, and I get so many messages that I have to talk about it in a way because I've just gotten so many messages. I'm like, I'm not going to individually respond to everybody about this. Like, I mean, whenever I get a message, to be honest, I keep thinking like, oh, they know this is fake, right? And then they don't. But no, they're serious. They're like, Joe, You really got to check this out. And it's like, what? Are you serious? Do you really believe this? You're really believing this? Like, you really think this is the WrestleMania card? Is that true? And it's like, dude, they first of all, they did this a few weeks back, right? So they just did this a few weeks back. We just had this. We just had this same leaked card thing that nobody could possibly believe. We just did it. So if I pull it up and we read it, first of all they did was change stuff. This is almost identical to the way the last one looked, but they changed things. And like somebody's obviously doing it as a goof or something, and then everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's really leaking." What are you Are you fucking stupid? And by the way, even if this was something that like you were gonna leak or you're gonna believe or whatever the case is, it's just the fucking matches that make sense. These are all the matches they're building towards, and all the things that have been rumored. So someone took all the rumors that seem to make sense or have been validated for the most part. And then they've taken all the storyline progression and all the building of the storylines and how everything is going to go anyway, and they put them all down on a piece of paper again, and they tweet it out or somebody leaks it out, and then it becomes viral for some reason, and then I have to get 900 emails and fucking a million tweets. Did you see this, Joe? Did you see this? Yeah, because the WrestleMania leaked script or fucking WrestleMania card, they're going to leak it, and then they're going to print a big WrestleMania logo on the top left of it too. Like, because that's what they do. Like, this is fucking weird. Why would you even have this? But anyway, the point is, we've already heard about this happening before this. We already knew these matches. Anybody could make this the minute they could be like, all right, it seems like I can see what's happening for WrestleMania. I'm going to go write it down on something and then be like, look at this leak that's out there. Oh my God. It's got to be accurate too because they're doing this and that. Yeah, no shit. We all said that they were all doing these matches. Everybody. We've already talked about all these matches. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. No shit. That's what we all talked about. Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. It's already happening, so we already knew that one. John Cena versus Elias. Heavily rumored. We've got the fact that Elias last year got in it with The Undertaker. That was funny, so that makes sense. Now he would get into it with Cena, maybe. We know Cena. They want Cena to do something small and little at WrestleMania. That would make sense. We got Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. That makes sense in their story and their feud that's been going on. Edge versus Randy Orton. No shit. They're building that for Mania. No doubt about it. The big rumored match with AJ Styles and Undertaker. That was hugely rumored a week before this fake photo was made. And on top of that, the Undertaker will not be at Saudi Arabia, so we know the Undertaker is probably going to do something at WrestleMania, it seems like. And now we're getting the news that he wants to work with somebody, and now it makes sense that AJ Styles has nothing to do. So again, another big rumored match that you could guesstimate that in there. Braun Strowman versus Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship match. That one is a little bit more of a reach, but it is believable that could happen. But that's on there as that's probably one of the biggest question marks on this list. Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. Yeah, no shit. Bayley with Sasha Banks versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship. Yeah, it could be that. Because Naomi's got this little push going. And she's got this whole flair and look. Miz and Morrison versus the New Day and Corbin, all this stuff. Whatever. I guess that could happen. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. We already know that's happening. Kabuki Warriors versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya. That's another sort of stretch to me, but it could be. But again, this list is now changed 3 times. This is now the second or third time, to be honest, that we've seen this list in a different way, by the way. And the last time the list came out, everybody hit me up. Did you know this is? Did you see this, Joe? Did you see this? Did you see this? What did you listen to wrestling? You listened to Wrestling Observer Radio, and then you were like, "Oh, let me make my list." Oh, I'm so smart now because I listened to other people who just predicted stuff. I would probably bet that this list is 90% right, 85 to 90% right. So at WrestleMania, this list right now will be about 90% right. There may be 1 or 2 things that go missing off this list, but pretty much I'd say this is 90%, 85% the way it's going right now. We all could have wrote this. We all could have written this list. People really need to use their heads a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Come on. You really picked this list up, and you really thought this was... I mean, like, oh my God, it leaked out. So we're going to act like we forgot they were building AJ versus Randy Orton. They were. They were trying to go with Randy versus AJ, but then they bailed on that, and now they're doing Randy and Edge and AJ probably and Undertaker. Now, AJ and Undertaker could still not happen. That could flip. That could change into something else. We don't really know that. Like I said, this list has changed already multiple times, and now here it is again, different again. You know what I mean? It's not surprising to me that that the list has changed again, but people are believing the list. That's the crazy part, is that people are believing the list. Bear with me a minute. I wanted to get my Skype going here. Let me get Skype rolling, baby. You want me to get Skype going? Yeah.
Super Chat Party.
Todd Pelkey, what's up?
I know you're talking about me, bro. You can do it.
Okay, Todd.
I know you're talking about me, bro. I know you're talking about me.
I know you're talking about me. I know you're talking about me, bro. I know you're talking about me.
I know you're talking about me, bro. I know you're talking about me.
God, I love that. Somebody was giving me shit the other day. They're like, you said you don't talk about him, but then you go and play that song. It's like, dude, I didn't make the song. Okay? First of all, I didn't make the song. Second of all, I don't care. I still make fun of everything. I may play, you know what I mean? Who gives a shit? Second of all, the guy made the song. The guy made the song a while ago. It never got played. Now it got played. Big deal. I think that guy who said that is him, to be honest. Oh, shit. Yo, Donnie M. Donnie M, I'm still here 13 months, bitch. What up, Donnie? How you doing, man? What's going on, Donnie? We're going to have a patrons-only hangout coming in a little bit after this. We'll jump into that and hang on the Patreon with you guys for a little bit. And we'll see who can be on the rag the longest. I want to shout out to the $25 Patreon producers. Shout out to them for keeping the shit on the air, man. Keeping the shit going. We are live on Twitch and on YouTube as well. I got to get my new phone number graphic up. I still don't have it transferred from the old computer. Oh, shit. Knucklehead, thank you for hosting me on Twitch, man. Thanks, Steve, for the host. And Donnie M, man, thank you for 13 months in a row, Donnie M. Subscribed on Twitch for 13 months in a row. That really helps out, man. Using my Amazon link to buy items and obviously using your free monthly Amazon Prime to sub me on Twitch is huge, too. So, Danny, DANNY, DEADLY on Skype if you want to Skype in, or call 339-226-6610 is the phone number, you dirty bastards. And I will, I'll be in Discord too, so if people want to jump on the Discord, feel free to come on over to the Discord as well. What's up, Jerome, in the chat? How you doing? I'll put the Discord link up there for you. There's the Discord link for you. And now I'm just going to go over to Patreon real quick, and I never messaged out this stream, so. Also want to let you know that the post-show of Monetize This from episode 250 is up now. So that's up. A lot of people were asking about that, so that just went up on Patreon earlier, so you should get you should have gotten the alert for that. But yeah, we were spinning points last Sunday, and before I get back to this WrestleMania card and SmackDown, This is the chaos. This is some of what the chaos looked like Sunday on the wheel spin. Oh, shit.
Better have respect for my neck. You looked at yours, compared and wept. My neck's so big, I get extra breath.
Whoa.
Breathing in my lungs won't accept. I can fit 1,000 cocked on my throat, I still don't choke. Big ass jaw make the girls go, ah, that's the biggest damn neck that they ever saw. Think that's big, wait till you see my ball.
Yo, Junebug, thanks for rolling in, Junebug.
No,
What up, dude? What up, man?
Oh, no. Biggest neck you ever saw. Oh, no.
Got that. Big neck. Big neck. What the heck? Big neck.
Biggest neck you ever saw.
Fucking no.
Biggest neck you ever saw. Oh, no.
Drunk, depressed, but still trying to fight to support my mentor Joe Cronin.
Yo, man, Junebug, what's up, bro? I hope you're not, like, fighting through the world to get to support me. I mean, don't do that, man. Fight for yourself at this point, you know what I mean? My neck is small. I tried to make it big. I tried 7 a.m. Gamer and Wrestling News and Bradley JB and what's up, Todd Pelkey. Junebug, man, fight for you, dude. You should, because I did, and it worked out. So you should do it, man. I mean, dude, listen, man, listen. Depression is not going to go away for you. It just never does. It doesn't matter how rich, how happy, how whatever the fuck is. It's going to stay there unless you medicate or you slowly somehow change your brain chemistry through meditation and belief and stuff like that and love and things like that. I believe you can sort of try to like jump out of the mindset of that reoccurring mindset of depression, but the more severe it is, the more tougher it's going to be to get rid of. I'm convinced, like I said, that about 85 to 90% of my depression is money. If there was no money in the world and it was just like, but it's still also being important. You want to be valued or important, and you want to not have to worry about bills, man. I'm terrified of that shit every day. I'm terrified that, like, you know, Patreon, something they're going to be like, we're shutting down Patreon today. Thank you to everybody who was here. We sold today to Microsoft, and now we're going to become OfficeCon or whatever the fuck. I mean, dude, that's terrifying. Like, that's terrifying. The donations going away. That's, you know, all that stuff, the ads revenue. So I'm all that stuff. But if you took away money and I was just a rich person, I'd be way better off, no doubt about it. But you'd still have depression. It still would creep in, man. So you just got to keep fighting, dude, and keep on doing that. And the more when you start adding pieces to your life, it will become better then, I think. But it'll still be tough. You just got to recognize that and figure out what takes you away from that. You seem to work out a lot, Junebug. You work out a lot at like the gym and stuff like that. That shit really helps me. It's getting there that I have a problem with. Getting there is the problem. But I figured out a long time ago. I said this on another stream, and this is for anybody listening. I had a lot of trouble exercising, and I still do. But here's how I solved the problem. First, I thought I needed a treadmill. I was like, if I had a treadmill in the house, I would run all the time on the treadmill because that'd be fun. But no, I ended up not really running that much on the treadmill. Although it's helpful when I'm in an exercising mood. It's a great tool because when I'm in an exercising mood, which is like once a month or twice a month, I jump on the treadmill and I'm doing push-ups and I'm doing all these other things. But one of the best things is a bicycle. I don't know what it is because I need to be doing something, but a bicycle is even better than a treadmill. Because for some reason, putting down the treadmill, turning it on, getting on it, and running, like there's something about it still that makes me go, I don't want to do that. But the best thing ever is a damn bicycle. A bicycle, like seriously. I had a bicycle, and I used to, when I jump on the bicycle, I just be like, oh, I'm on the bicycle. Throw headphones on, and I fucking pedal throughout the fucking area. And what happens is when I'd get back home from after biking or like doing a little uphill mountain bike stuff, I'd get home and I'd still be revved up. And then I would do some exercises and then jump on the treadmill. But getting to that point, it was fucking so hard that it was crazy because I don't want to go on the treadmill. I don't really want to lay down and do push-ups. I really don't want to run. I really don't want to stretch. I really don't want to do any of that stuff. But then if you go, do I want to jump on a bicycle and ride around the neighborhood? Kind of do. Kind of do want to do that. You know what I mean? Or do I want to go outside and rollerblade and play hockey? Kind of do want to do that. So I just found the best thing to do is, like, this isn't for Junebug, because Junebug, you already go to the gym. You know what I mean? I've seen you already at the gym, killing it at the gym. You've already got that. And by the way, Junebug, thank you for the $15. But yeah, you already killed it at the gym. But I'm talking about people that can't get motivated and that stuff. Like, I don't know, man. You just got to find something that you like doing that's an activity. Start that. Even if it's, what is it? like fucking cornhole. Do you guys remember 5 years ago on my show, we were having a cornhole tournament at my work. I didn't know what cornhole was. I never even heard of it. I know that sounds crazy. It seems like everybody else has heard of it but me. I had no fucking idea what cornhole was. And so I think I've seen it before. I've seen the beanbag throwing into the wooden things. I've sort of seen that, but I never knew what it was. And my boss came up to me and he's like, my boss came up to me and he was like, fucking love that clip. My boss came up to me and he was like, hey, so I need a partner for the cornhole. And I just looked at him and I was like, are you fucking with me right now, dude? I mean, should I go to HR right now? I really looked at him and I went, and like my boss is funny. Like he gets humor and he's kind of funny, but he's more like a straight type of talker. You know what I mean? Like he's into like shoes and he was into sports and he was like a popular kid, you know, a quiet guy, cool guy, really cool, quiet type of guy. And so he's not an immature guy at all, is what I'm trying to say. He was younger than me, right? He was probably 5-6 years younger than me, or even younger. I forget how old he was. But he, you know, just much more mature, very mature, like, but at the same time, he's young and still could pal around with you a little bit. But, you know, I normally don't joke with him like this because I knew he's just above it. You know, he's not really in that type of humor. But he looks at me and he's like, yeah, I need a partner for a cornhole. And he looks at me just straight like that, and I go, and he immediately was like, he goes, no, he's like, you're such a weirdo. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, I mean, should I tell HR about this? I mean, what the fuck's going on right now? And he's like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, no, I need a partner. It's 2 teams. I'm like, it's 2 teams in cornholing? Like, who's getting cornholed, me or you? And finally he was like, do you not know what cornhole is or something? And I'm like, I know what cornhole is. Do you not know what cornholing someone is? And it kept going back and forth like that because he didn't believe that I didn't know what he was fucking talking about, and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I'm like, dude, where I'm from, cornholing is fucking some guy in his asshole deep. And he's just fucking, he finally is like, he finally tells me like, oh, it's the thing where you throw the sacks and all this other stuff. And then I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I just went along with it because I didn't want to feel like an idiot. So I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I'll do that with you, whatever. And then as soon as like I got done, I was like, what the fuck? And I went and I looked it up and found out what it was. And it was just fucking hilarious. 470 is on the phone. Hello. Hey, 470, what's up? Alrighty. No one was there. We heard noises though. But yeah, man, it was just so funny, dude. And then I got wicked into cornhole. Oh man. Be thankful you're not one of those poor people that have their kid's son or daughter. Salvia and toast, man. I mean, dude, how many times have we been over this? My buddy's mother is missing. My friend's mother is still missing 7 months later since July. And the police have no idea what the fuck is going on. It's all over my Facebook still. It's all over the local news in Boston. This case is all over the place. And nobody knows what the fuck is going on. This lady is literally like my mother. She's a little bit younger than my mom, but very close. All she did was watch her grandchildren. She didn't have a cell phone. She didn't even have a car. All she did was watch her grandchildren on the weekends or in the weekdays, and they dropped their kids off all the time there to her to watch them, and she didn't have many friends. That's what she did. And after being dropped off at her house by the mother-in-law's or the son-in-law, nobody ever heard from her again. the next day. They were like calling her, what's up? Couldn't find her. Sort of signs of some kind of struggle, maybe, like sort of weird little signs. Nothing in the house missing. The dog was out, which was weird, they said, because she would never leave the dog out like that. Would never leave the animals like that. Back door was unlocked. All her stuff was there. There's no cell phone anyway. Like, they searched the back. Like, she has neighbors right next to her, all around her. Neighbors everywhere. And the woods is behind a little bit. And they searched the woods. They searched the woods, the dogs. They searched the house. They dusted for prints. They searched surveillance cameras all over the place. She's fucking missing. And they have no idea. It's weird as shit. And it's been all over the news everywhere. It's like national news now. It's so crazy that like reporters are starting to like talk to the friends of people. And it was in Hanson, Mass, I believe, is where she moved. She moved from where I used to live. Her mother moved from where I used to live to, I think, Hanson or something, because she wanted to get closer to the kids, which is what my mother's about to do, is move out near us. And it made me think of that. Like, man, I can't imagine that your mom moves into an area, you don't know anything about anyone, and then she's just missing. And it could have been worse because the kids were coming over that day. But it's weird, dude. I looked into it, and there's no... it's like she fucking vanished. And I feel bad. I didn't know her, so it's not me, but I feel bad for my friend. I grew up with this kid. I was in every class, every grade with him. And to see him on Facebook have to write stuff like, I miss you, Mom. I still don't know where you are, and stuff like that. Oh, my God, dude. A child missing? Dude, that destroys my soul. Like, that makes me believe there's really no God. Like, it makes me think there's no God, man. Like, there's nothing out there for us. To anybody who would have to, like, be missing their child for years and never know what's going on. Like, dude, are you kidding me? And not knowing where this guy's mom is? Like, your mom. Like, this has to be the worst thing ever. Like, it's worse. I mean, I hate to say this, but it is. It's worse than someone dying. It's worse. Someone dies, you know what happened. You're shocked and it's horrible and you're sad and you mourn it. But somebody goes missing and then you never find them. That is the worst type of torture you could put on somebody, I think. So fucked up. Anyway, I'm going to get out of that depressing talk, but I don't know. I don't even know how we got into this. But my heart goes out to anybody missing a relative or friend or parent or anything, because it's just, God damn, is it the worst thing. Please let that never happen to me. I mean, God, I lost my dad when I was 8, but he died. You know what I mean? It was tough, but he died. So it was like, all right, he's dead. But like if that's the worst thing that ever happens to me, that my dad died when I was 8, like at this point, all right. But God, it's something worse to happen down there, anything like that, man. And people that lost a kid, I mean, I know somebody now who lost a kid. That's I don't even fuck me in the face. What are we talking about? Goldberg speared the Fiend. God damn it, let's make fun of Tommy, like someone said. Oh my God, I'm gonna freak out. Anyway, I love you all, and I wish I could do something to help that. So I enjoy being cornholed. Yeah, it was like, that's what it was like, man. It was like, dude, you asking me to cornhole you? Like, it was so weird. By the way, shout out to TSS for his amazing video on JB leaving. I'll play that again maybe later on. We've been playing it all week. It's been such a fun time. I am on Discord right now, by the way, for the people that want to later on jump on there. I might go on there at some point. So just get in the hold area. I mean, we may never take your call on Discord, but you might as well jump in there for the fun of it. But let's go back to the wrestling questions. Joe Fiend has to lose. Wow, Jesus. I mean, he has to lose, yeah, at some point, but I mean, if you're going in a WrestleMania with this guy, the Fiend that you build, I mean, it's probably Fiend winning, to be honest. It's going to be Fiend winning at WrestleMania. And they already set up Fiend winning here. Goldberg got the better of the Fiend. These two are not going to be in the ring again together, I don't believe, until they're in the ring together. So there will not be that. the Fiend will be winning. Goldberg got the upper hand. Whenever someone like that gets the upper hand like that, it's just to show you, whoa, wait a minute. The Fiend may be vulnerable to Goldberg, but then the Fiend wipes his ass at the show. You know what I mean? To build him going into WrestleMania. That's clearly what's happening to me. I will do something. I will admit full embarrassment, and I will bow down to all of you who said Goldberg is going to win this. I will bow down to you. I will bow down to anybody who said Goldberg wins. I will bow down to you, and I will kiss your asses live on a stream. I will do that for you because I just can't believe it. See Me Fashion. What's up, See Me Fashion? Or CME Fashion. CME Fashion. 16 months in a row supporting me, or rather 6 months in a row, but pretty good still. 6 months in a row on Twitch. Thank you for that. You will get access to all the subscriber features on Twitch. Thank you. Yeah, the purple plays. 101 clips is in there. Cornhole is good, man. It's a good time. What's up, Dylan?
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. That's it. Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. That's it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I'd rather see Goldberg versus Roman Reigns and Cena versus Wyatt, with Cena breaking Flair's record. Who cares? What do I know? I'm just a fuckface.
Robbie Hyde, what's up, dude? That's fucking hilarious. Who cares? I'm just a fuckface. Wyatt with Cena breaking Flair's record. Ugh. I don't care. I don't think Cena wants to break an hour. Like, someday he will, maybe. I think he wants Flair to die first before he's going to break it after Flair's dead. He's a wuss. That's what it is.
Wanna go cornhole with me? You can use my soft little bags that feel really good in your hands.
Oh.
How soft are the little balls in your cornhole bags?
Oh, well, as soft as Dave Rose when he jizzed, Joe's co-worker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really good episode of Monetize This last night. If you missed it, JB's farewell was fun, and it was good. I promise you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list is absolutely... We've already been over this twice on this stream so far, but... Yes, the WrestleMania list is fake. Now it's the third time they've changed this and leaked it out and said, ooh, leaked WrestleMania script. We put 85% of what pretty much is going to happen on a card that everybody knows about and pretended like it was real and everybody believed it. And I had to get hundreds of Twitter fucking tweets about it. This is why they do it. Because it fucking works. It apparently fucking works on people. That's why they fucking do it. Because people are out there sharing it everywhere and tweeting it everywhere. And now I got to fucking respond to this shit? Like, are you serious? Do I really have to respond to this? And I answered one, then I answered another. I'm like, nah, it's fake, bro. Then I started getting sarcastic. Then I started being like, yeah, it looks real to me. Put the big WrestleMania print on it. Yeah, hey, this is the fourth time they did this. You're right. It must be real every time. And then I just ran out of smart ass things to say on Twitter to people who were sending this to me. Like, did you see this? I think one person did block me. They said, hey, did you see this? And they sent it to like 7 wrestling people. And I responded with, hey, did you see this? And then I sent them like a pile of shit, you know? And the shit was like steaming. It was a GIF and the poo was steaming it was like perfect for a Philadelphia fan to eat. But yeah, and then they got pissed off and they blocked me. But you know what? What the fuck am I supposed to do when I see this shit over and over and over and over and over again? But yeah, the wheel was crazy 2 weeks ago on Sunday, so here's a little fucking peek at that wheel. Let me relive some of this for a second. This was fun, man. We're gonna do it this Sunday again. Oh yeah, this was when the wheel was being racist. It was giving so many points to white people, and for whatever reason, whoever was black that was donating and calling in or spinning the wheel, it was just shitting on people. Like, it was anybody that wasn't white, it was just shitting on them. And it became hilarious. Like, because it was like, is this wheel, the wheel's racist? I mean,
gonna fucking die.
This video gets more views than my fucking wrestling news.
Gonna fucking die. Oh my god, oh my god. I can't even believe this is happening there. I
was having a
This smells like my vagina.
Oh my god, can you fucking...
Oh my god, I don't remember fucking.
I can't believe
going
it. The
this
fucking
stupid.
wheel is racist. The wheel is fucking racist. He dropped $10.
I'm wearing the
He
same
dropped
shit.
$10. It landed on one. It landed on 1, 10, and nothing. Meanwhile, Scavenger, you must be blue-eyed and from Europe. Like, what is this fucking wheel? Omegle. I remember doing Omegle back in the day. Love Omega Dono. What's up, Juan G? Let's go with that Omega Dono. Now, it does Welsh, but producer level people. We're fucking. This game was nuts, man. This was 6 hours. Boomstick. Zone is killing it right now. But you guys, we did 6 hours of that stream. That was a 6-hour stream of me spinning a fucking wheel, and Broken Lion became the winner in the very end of the whole damn thing. It's pretty crazy. Let me see what we got here. What's up, Jesse James? Yeah, I was really laughing at that. Apparently, Matt Hardy has renewed his WWE contract. Yeah, there's a big rumor now that that Matt Hardy is going to spend more time on creative and that he re-upped with WWE, which is something I was worried about. I said that, that I was worried that this is some kind of troll. And so, yeah, there's a big rumor that he signed with WWE and that he's going to. So, when would we know about WrestleMania not being on the network? I mean, I would assume pretty quickly, like pretty soon. Like, I'm assuming probably after Saudi Arabia. When is the Saudi Arabia show? Does anybody know the date of the Saudi Arabia show? Somebody write that in here. I have no Jake DeMarco here to tell me. I would assume that they would wait right after the Saudi Arabia show, that they would start announcing like what they're doing. Now, I don't think that they would go full on like, the only way to watch WrestleMania this year is ESPN Plus. But I do think there's a possibility for WrestleMania to be added to ESPN Plus, but it's in addition to it being available on the network. So mark my words right now, right here. I think that ESPN may carry WrestleMania, or that some company like whatever the fuck, Hulu or whoever, I think a streaming service is going to carry WrestleMania potentially live. But I don't think it's going to take it away from the network. Not this year. Not yet. But that is the next step. This will be the toes in the water. This will be the attempt to see what they got, or a test, or whatever you want to call it. I really think I believe that. February 27th is Andrew Martin. Thanks, man. That's the first one I saw. I know a lot of people who were telling me in the chat what it is, but I just happened to see yours first. So, yeah, I would believe that, I would think that they would test the waters first, and they may add it to ESPN, but I don't think that they'll say, like, oh, the only way to watch WrestleMania on ESPN, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think it will still be available on the network this year. So, but I think you will get an announcement of some kind that it's going to be carried somewhere else, like some kind of partnership thing first. Well, nobody's gotten their head chopped off yet in Saudi Arabia. Not yet. So, you know, we still got a ways to go with that. Nobody's heads have been chopped off yet. We're still waiting for someone's head to come flying off their body. It hasn't happened yet. But oh yeah, I got to show you the I got to comment on the comments of the comments. So I obviously did a video the other day where I was ranting on the comments of AEW fans on my AEW review. And then there were some comments on those comments. And now I've got a comment on those comments of the comments left under the comments of the video I made about comments. So where are we gonna go here? Okay, let's get some people rolling here. Okay. All right. Sam Clark, if I knew triggering Joe would get me a free shout out, I would have done it. Real Cowboys fan. I'm dying. He was pretty good, but I'm looking for more. Joe turns into a Super Saiyan. Yeah, that's pretty funny. But that's the same guy who was bitching about JD the other day. You need to make more videos like this. Wow, okay. Dope Dubs Productions. What's been up, dude? Joe, you really missed the mark last night. I love the rants. Where the fuck is the funny comment that somebody was like... Ian made a good point. A lot of people make good points actually down here, but Joe reminds me of my first employer during yearly evaluations. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's basically impossible to get a perfect score. He made a good point. Oh yeah. Here's one. Andy B. Let me read Andy B. Andy B says, what does he say? I think what happened here is Joe gave it a good rating, but most of the video was criticizing the show. Oh, yeah, he actually makes a good point. Yeah, that's basically what it was. I admitted to that in this video, too. I said, you know, one of my problems, I think, was that we actually liked the AEW show, but we spent the majority of our show talking about the negatives only. So I don't know why we did that, because we don't normally always do that. But we did. Instead of talking more about the cage match and how everything was done, I just felt like the good stuff was easy to talk about really quickly. It wasn't much to elaborate on. I felt like the good stuff was good, and here's why it was good, of course. But it was way more. What's the word? It was like the stuff they did wrong, or the stuff that wasn't quite the best. I felt like some of it was still good. So that's the problem. Was some of it was good, and some of it I thought was really bad. And then I had all these ways of deconstructing down the things that they did bad and why that it could have been better. So I felt like that's why it consumed 70 to 80% of the show was talking about the negative. But I think that I get that that's why people were like kind of upset. And some people, not everybody, but some people were upset. And maybe some people didn't even watch the rest of the review to hear the other points we had. They might have just been like, oh, these guys hate it. I'm turning off the review or whatever. But we actually didn't hate it. We liked it. But we kind of sounded like we hated it. So some kind of interference on a wire drive me nuts. So I could see why people did do that, but definitely, but for the people that left, stick around next time, because we did get to that, and I did call myself out for it, because I do think we spent too much time shitting on it. Jake said, I said that, not you. I'd wish the Battle Royal was longer. Oh yeah, somebody blamed me for something Jake said. Because I went on a rant in the video, and I was like, I didn't fucking say that. And then probably Jake took exception, because I might have said, like, I wouldn't have fucking said that. But yeah, everybody was blaming me for something else, and I was like, dude, I didn't even do that. What are you talking about? But it turns out Jake said that. So I guess that when Jake says something, people just lump it into me or whatever. Or maybe they were saying you to Jake, but I took it as me. I don't fucking know. Man, there was another comment that was great, that was terrible, and that was the one I wanted to read. And I think it's gone. Somebody wrote something like, basically like, so what's a perfect score then, Joe? You know what I mean? You're telling me you're giving here it is. Oh, no, I don't know where. I still can't find it. Anyway, they were like, you're telling me that you're giving this AEW episode a 7.5? Like, how does that going to explain all the Raws that you gave that score to in 2019 then? How many of those scores did you get? How could they ever be close to this show? And then I said, yeah, I never gave Raw that score. I don't think Raw got out of the 6 out of 10 in 2019. I don't think I gave Raw one score above 6 out of 10. Maybe a 6.5. I don't know. I don't remember ever giving Raw a score above 6 in 2019. So the guy was like, oh, yeah, well, you know, how are you going to explain this 7.5 if Raw, you know, how many Raw episodes did you give a 7.5 to? Like, how could they even be close to this? Well, you just made up that I gave Raw a 7.5 because I never did. I think that maybe there was one in 2017 or 18 maybe. I don't know. It's been a while. Dude, I can't tell you when the fuck did I ever give Raw anything above 6. If Raw was a 6 for me out of 10, I would be amazed. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 episodes or a few episodes I gave a 6 to or a 5. I gave 5s out. I gave 6s out, maybe 6.5s. I can't remember giving one. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I don't know. Somebody would have to tell me. No more WAF. Yeah, it sucks, man. It's crazy. I mean, I really honestly hadn't listened to WAF in a while, but you know, sometimes I'm in the car, I leave it on, and I go, wow, Mistress Carey is still there, or wow, Mike Shue is still there, or wow, Lyndon Byers, something like that. LB's still there. Whatever happened to the Hillman Morning Show, you know? But they all were still there except for Greg. He left a year ago, but yeah, they're gone now. It's crazy. Whatever wire that is driving me nuts. Oh my God, that wire is driving me nuts. I think I fixed it. Jesus Christ, that was driving me nuts. Whew. I'll be right back in just a second. We'll be back in a minute. I'll be back with more about Goldberg pounding it.
The Joe Cronin Show will be right back after this.
When you're on his show, it's fire. Fire. It's fire. When you work with him, it's magic. Magic. But after a while, you just can't stand Joe Cronin anymore. So take at least 30 of his listeners, depending on how funny you were on his show and well-liked you are, and focus on your own Joe Cronin show. Take his guidance and ideas, but leave his ADD psycho personality behind. Take the advice of Tommy C, Dead on Dave, Jesse 5 times, Dave Rose, Ken, Chris Tussovic, how do you say that name? Justin Bailey, Troy, and probably some more we're forgetting, and get the fuck away from Joe. Cash in on a small amount of listeners who will follow you exclusively. And if you can buddy up with some of Joe's more minor co-hosts, make them your new yes man and co-host, and appear to have better chemistry with them than you ever did with Joe. You got yourself a show. This summer, fuck the fans, fuck Joe, you do you. Most of your subscribers are from his show, but you're tired of being Joe's yes man. Spread your wings and fly away until his shows are just him crying like a baby. Let's see if that faggot can do it alone. This summer, you must escape. You must escape the Joe Cronin Show.
When Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEWN, tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show. We'll be right back.
Chances are you love to watch wrestling. Chances are you'd watch as much wrestling as you could if it was put in front of you. Well, now you can watch thousands of iPay-per-views of all kinds of wrestlers that you love and that you've heard of on the independent scene. Tons of local wrestling companies, including CCW, and so many more. You can see what I'm talking about if you go to TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com. It's where like 70% of the independent wrestling companies put their iPay-per-views and where they live stream from and where the shoot interviews are. There's a shoot interview from Killer Kross that was just done February, right before he signed with WWE. It's up right now on Title Match Wrestling. Now, you could buy all of these pay-per-views individually for like $5 to $10, but forget that, because for $9.99 a month, you can watch all of it. Everything's included. TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com. Go check them out. I'm back, so I don't fucking need to play the rest of those. Commercials. But audibletrial.com/Cronin and TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com. Go there. All the iPay-per-views and all that stuff. If you use coupon code Cronin, you can get a savings on there as well. Yeah, I heard Mistress Carey. I didn't hear Mistress Carey's last broadcast, but I wish I did. Hopefully somebody taped it or recorded it and put it up on YouTube or something, because I'd like to hear it. I feel bad she's crying and stuff like that. I mean, dude, you got to think this girl's worked there since... How long was Mistress Carey at WAF? I mean, people outside of Massachusetts don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But she'd been there for like 20-something years. Can you imagine working at the same radio station for like 25 years? You know? Getting to interview all these bands, getting to meeting everybody, getting concert tickets, all these things. Because they probably didn't make a lot, right? You know, I don't know how much she made. I don't know how much they made. Probably making, what, $45,000 a year? $45,000 a year? If that, I don't even know. But you get free concert tickets left and right and all these freebies things and stuff like that. But then, you know, you don't have, I don't think she ever had kids and stuff. So it's like, this is just what you do. And yeah, now what do you do? Well, now, what the hell does she do now? Where do you go? Where is there to go? Nobody's listening to the radio in Boston other than, you know, WEEI Sports or 98.5 The Sports Hub, or you know, maybe like Kiss 108 or something. Like, I don't fucking know. But nobody really listens to rock stations anymore now. I mean, new rock music is dead. Nobody plays it. Not that I think it's dead, but it just is overall. I mean, they're giving the fucking rock awards like at MTV to like weird fucking electric shit. Like rap songs are winning rock awards now. It's fucking crazy. I don't know what that is. 106.7 yuck. 98.5. Music is shit now in general. Yeah, basically all music sucks now. I miss when 98.5 first launched. What was it, about 10 years now? They've been out 10 years or 8 years? Maybe 8 years. When they first came out, they had that jingle for a second. 98.5 The Sports Hub! They literally had like an old radio style drop, like 98.5 The Sports Hub! And they got rid of it. It was so stupid. But like at the same time, it was hilarious. Yeah, that was 2010, so it was a way. Yeah, they had 10 years, over 10 years. That's crazy. WZLX still on the air out here? Wasn't notified I was live until now. Look at that. Unbelievable. See what fucking YouTube does?
You giving Raw A is laughable because it would have been 2017 at least.
Right.
2019 was one of the worst WWE had as far as the product was concerned. I don't see why the fuck anybody thinks that a perfect 10 can be achievable unless it's historically good.
Yeah, it's Soundwave 92. Thanks, Soundwave. I mean, I never give anything a 10 because fuck that, you know what I mean? But I think I'd given some 9s and 9.5s to like many of the Attitude Era shows, you know? Like the one where they put Shawn Michaels through the car windshield. That episode was really good. The episode with where Foley won, where he won the title at the end in Worcester, Massachusetts. I mean, I was there, so maybe that's a little bit of that, but that was, to me, was a 9. Multiple other episodes that you could go to, but I mean, there's the one where Pillman, Stone Cold's breaking into Pillman's house with the gun. That's a pretty high up episode for me. That was crazy. In fact, I'm going to go back and watch that whole episode tonight, I think. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go rewatch when Stone Cold broke into Pillman's house with the gun. That's what I'm going to go watch. It's been a while. I think it's time to watch it. And then I'll review it maybe later. Talk about it. Maybe I'll give it a rating. Maybe I should start doing that again. You guys want retro reviews again? Bring back the retro reviews to see what I would give Attitude Era stuff nowadays. And remember, I don't remember half the stuff anymore. Yeah, I remember all the classic moments like, Steve Austin drives the beer truck, he hits the ring, dives at Vince, the Ministry of Darkness stuff and them trying to embalm Austin and all these. I remember all like the moment things, but I don't remember the full episodes. I don't remember what was that whole episode like, though, when it comes down to it. Yeah, that moment was great. But I think the Attitude, that's the thing that a lot of people do forget, is that, sometimes an episode wouldn't be very good overall. You'd have a whole bunch of bad, like just generic stuff go on. But then there'd be one thing that was so insane that you literally watched just for that one thing. The rest of the show was run-of-the-mill whatever. But this one thing that was happening was so nuts that you had to watch what the fuck happened. And again, that's sort of what they miss nowadays. They don't really have that in WWE. It's sort of like a couple little stories are happening and nothing is really that good. And then if they do have one major thing go on, it's just for some reason more underwhelming and whatever. Like when, like the craziest thing that's happened to me in the last 3 years on Raw, one of the craziest things that happened where I was like, that's a moment right there, was where they went through the LED board and Corey Graves was like, holy shit. Like that was kind of crazy. And probably The List. Chris Jericho's The List, where he held up the list and was like, my name's on this, Like that, those were good, I thought good Raw moments. But there was nothing, I'm trying to remember, I really don't think there was anything where it was like, oh wow. Like, we got to know what happens throughout the night on this story or whatever. That just doesn't seem like it happens anymore to me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But to me, I don't know. That's how I feel about that. That's all I got to say about that, Forrest Gump style. Anyway, I hope you guys can hit that like button and become patrons. Become a patron, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. I just uploaded the Monetize This 250 post show. It's about an hour long. Congrats and thanks. Not congrats, but shout out to Drew for doing that for me, getting that going, and I put it up there. So it's there. And I will watch, I think I'm going to go watch Stone Cold breaking into Pillman's house. It's always a great watch. I mean, I remember all of that, him beating up the guys on the outside and stuff like that, but I want to watch how the whole show was executed, So I'm going to go do that. Anyway, thank you to the $25 patrons. Anybody who's at the $25 or above mark is on here. Thank you to Adtr, Arknolia Strokelbean, Awonddy Big M, Bryan Harper, CJ Bradley, ColdBrewKrew, DanH&Cora, Daniel Cater, Drew Bar 100, Duane Crenshaw, Frog Kid, Gary Metzler, Gerald Armstrong, the Renegade Joe Compton, John Zippay, Joseph Lightsey, Junebug, Kalel, Bama, StarsScream, Matt Rossmeier, Mike Torian, NickY J, Shell, Shy God, Sith Neegan, SoCom Kastle, Talk to Me Nice the Bear, 1322. He's a big bear. Tony Diesel. Dieseling up to the 150 spot. And thanks to Shell for increasing hers as well. And Z the Reaper. Thank you all. And I'll see you later. I'll see you tonight on Corrupted Podcast. The Corrupted Podcast is going down at 1 a.m. tonight. Technically Sunday, but it's tonight. You know what I mean. On Patreon Live. Come say goodbye to JB. JB's last show on Corrupted tonight. Come hang out and have a good time. Thank you for everybody who donated during the live stream. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for giving me that boost. Todd Pelkey, Donnie M, Junebug, CME Fashion, Robbie Hyde, Joe's co-worker, and Soundwave 92. Thank you all so much, especially Junebug, who dropped that $15 spot. Thank you all, and I'll see you guys later. What was that, Dave?
Yeah.
Ugh. Good God.
Ooh, oh, I can't come. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, my good Christ. Good Christ almighty. That is just, I mean, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. Tennis Racket Jones. Tennis Racket Jones.
Riding on Cronin's dick. Riding on Cronin's dick. You're still riding on Cronin's dick. You're still riding on Cronin's dick. Riding on Cronin's dick. Riding on Cronin's dick. You're still riding on Cronin's dick. You're still riding on Cronin's dick. Like a donkey, like a Mustang, like a cat. Riding on Cronin's dick, trying to leapfrog and piggyback.
Hey guys, maybe I'm the one that's the dick rider, cause I made this song, didn't I? I'm here to prove that I am a dick rider and give a lap dance tonight to every guy. But this ain't some kind of diss track. This time I'm talking about my dude. I'm here to ride Cronin's dick on live stream and send you all the nudes. Tonight, coming out the closet, I just wanna feel his necklace from my pee-pee like a cock ring. Thanks, Joe, for the boner. My favorite chair is Cronin. My underwear is broken from his boner. And I rhyme boner with boner. It's cause I'm so hard, got boners on the mind. God, all the blood's in my dick, I can't open my eyes.
Riding on Cronin's dick. Riding on Cronin's dick. You're still riding on Cronin's dick.
Actually, I'm riding on Cronin's dick. Literally.
Riding on Cronin's dick. Riding on Cronin's dick.
Oh yeah, Joe.
You're still riding on Cronin's dick. You're still riding on Cronin's dick.